Hi, this is a Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to answer the question, will native apps be around in 5 years' time? Alright, so last week I was asked a question by 100 Crore Dream, and I know I've answered questions by him before, but he asked, hi Eric, it's me again. I want to ask something which is killing me inside, which is, are progressive web apps and Android instant apps going to take over, and is going to kill developers' future? And I gave I guess a very short answer, which was not very satisfying. I think it was, maybe I said the wrong thing, but I said, I don't know, I can't tell the future, you know, I can't guarantee, I can't say one way or the other. And he said, are you trying to say that I should just focus on being agile? What I said was be flexible. And he said, should I be agile? And a couple of, you know, Shivam, Jesse, Dominic, you guys gave very good answers too, saying, you know, don't stop learning Android just because of that, because those skills you can use those for other places too, and you know, once you learn one language, it's easier to learn another. And I wanted to kind of address this again because I felt bad about it all week, because I thought, I don't want to crush anybody's dreams, but the fact of the matter is, in my opinion, well, actually, I think it's more than my opinion, none of us have any control over the market, right? The market can change instantly. The best thing that we could do is to be skilled and be flexible and agile. So one of the things I found when I'm getting into app development as a developer was I just kind of thought, well, you know, I could code, I could develop, you know, I could draw up specifications, all, you know, project management, all that kind of stuff. That's enough. And then once I get into it, I realize there's all these other skills I need to learn, like, you know, like the marketing side of things, being able to communicate properly, being able to do all kinds of things which never even, you know, design, you know, making sure that design is good, you know, start looking at the way design affects things. And that's kind of stuff I didn't even consider to begin with. But these are skills that, should the app market end tomorrow for whatever reason, you know, then, you know, those skills are transferable, right? I am not, you know, I'm not working for a company that's giving me skills and they're saying, Eric, just tick in these boxes or do this or move this from here to there. No, there's like a lot more. And this is one of the great things about being an app developer. This is why it's such a huge opportunity for us. Now, because, you know, you have to look at all sides of it, especially if you're like an indie developer. You can't just consider yourself to be a developer anymore. You have to look at all sides of it. You just think, what am I lacking here? You know, what am I lacking? Marketing? Am I lacking, you know, better code? Am I using the wrong language? Am I, you know, am I coding in the wrong, you know, human language for the wrong market? You know, there's so many things you have to look at, and you're constantly second guessing yourself. But these are really good skills to have. Now, one of the things that I found, you know, going from an employee to self-employed was pretty difficult. But one of the things I found after the fact was that when I was an employee, they kind of set what I should learn, what I should do, and the whole promise there was, you know, we'll take care of the market, and you don't have to worry about that. You're just going to have a job. And since then, since I've, you know, gone self-employed, I've worked for many places where you see these massive layoffs, or, you know, they close down or they let people go, and it always takes everybody as a shock as an employee. And the fact of the matter is that the employers have no more control over the market than you do. The market, in the last few weeks, what have we seen? We've seen that the markets can change on a tweet, on an executive order, on a new bit of software. You know, if Tower Records could not control the market, then how could you? You know, if Blockbuster could not control the market, you know, how could we expect to control the market? And the fact of the matter is we can't. But what we can do is be flexible and agile and watch for changes and then be able to make those changes. And when we pick up new skills, you know, realize that those skills are going to be useful into whatever else we go into. Now, the truth of the matter is I think that apps will be here in 2020 and 2025. Obviously, I'm putting a lot of time and energy into it, but I am not going to be that person who says this is unfair. You know, I had all this stuff going and now it's gone, right? My whole view on life is, you know, if things start to change, dude, I'm going to change. You know, the skills I pick up, I'm going to try to bring them with me. If I need new ones, I'm going to pick those up along the way, right? We are constantly always learning. This is not the world that our parents grew up in, where they get a job and they have it for the rest of their lives. And I think one of the best things, if you're an employee someplace, yeah, and you're doing app development on the side, I think that's really good to get that experience. I think you should start thinking about getting out of employment personally, but, you know, just because when you're an employee, you think that you're safe, and really you're not. You're like on a bus with a crazy bus driver, or with a bus driver who has about as much control as you would have if you were driving the bus. So, and every year we see the news story, I guess around June, where all these college grads come out and say, I went into college, I spent 4 years, went heavily into debt and trying to learn HTML or web development or programming, and now there's no jobs out there, and it's just not fair. And the fact of the matter is, it's not fair. The market, none of us control the market. And I think the sooner that we can accept that, the more flexible we are. We're riding high one day, we might be riding, might be crashed the next day. But every time you can improve yourself and improve your skills and learn something new, even if it gives you insight, or if it gives you actual skills where you can actually do something, then it's always beneficial in the long term. And whatever you do, don't be that guy or lady or that person who says, this is not fair, everything's changed and it was supposed to be this way. Because you know what? None of us have any control of the future. I hope that's not too depressing today, but I think the future is bright. I think things look great. And I think if you adopt the right mindset, if you're ready to take those risks, and everything is a risk, taking a job with an employer is a risk, believe it or not, then if you're willing to take those risks, then everything is going to work out great for you in the future. Okay. That's it for today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.